Welcome to the meeting 383 of Turning Point Toastmasters. I am Ankit Agarwal, Sergeant at Arms for today. Here in Toastmasters, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. You are now inside the code of conduct of Toastmasters meeting. Please be advised that this meeting is being recorded and it may not be possible to pause this meeting. And the following are the meeting rules. First, with respect to audience, please be advised that any behavior that disturbs the flow of the meeting will result in removal from the meeting room without any warning. Please ensure that your noise making devices are either switched off or on silent mode. Please speak responsibly on religion, sex, and politics in your speeches. As far as possible, please keep your videos on, audio off, and applause flowing throughout. Be the kind of audience for others you would like to have it for yourself. Regarding role players, please ensure a smart audio and video check before handing over to respective role players. Role players, please rename yourself if you have not done until now as role player underscore your name underscore your club name. And please acquaint yourself with the role of the timer. The timer will use background change or screen sharing to indicate the time using one of the three cards, green, yellow, or red. Now, with respect to Zoom, we encourage you to use the Zoom emoticons generously to encourage role players. We sincerely request you not to send chat messages to everyone or on the speaker or to speaker on the stage. In fact, refrain from chatting altogether and focus on the speaker. Reiterating, please stay on mute until specifically requested to unmute, and polls will be launched at the end of the meeting and they will be closed after 30 seconds. Now, now I would like to hand over the stage to our vice president of the club, chartered accountant, and also the host of today's meeting, Megha Bansal. Megha, can we have a quick audio and video check?
Yes. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, Megha, you are audible as well as visible. Stage is yours.
A very good evening to all my fellow Toastmasters and lovely guest. Thank you, Toastmaster Ankit, for setting the rules of the meeting. I request each one of you to kindly abide by the rules as told by him. I extend my warm welcome to the another meeting of Turning Point Toastmasters, which is going to be exciting, productive, and of course, humorous. How can I not use this term today? Welcome to the Humorous Speech Marathon. And a very happy Navratri to you all. May Ma Shelputri always bless you all with love, peace, and happiness in your lives. So, friends, how was your day today? I'm open to both the answers. Was it good or was it terrible? Because if it is good, prepare to end it even better. And somehow, if it was terrible, we promise we will leave no stones unturned to make you all laugh by the end of the meeting. As it is rightly said, a day without laughter is a day wasted. Do you think being humorous is easy? I bet it is not. Ask Kapil Sharma or the team of Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma. They have came so far and ahead by making people laugh. Actually, it is not just the content, but the timings that matters when you wish to crack someone up. Interestingly, this is a skill that can be learned. But yes, there is a very thin line between being funny and being insensitive and rude, right? So jokes should be made judiciously. One should not be allowed to hurt anyone in the disguise of humor. Good humor is a tonic for mind and body. It is the best antidote for anxiety and depression. I hope you all agree. Now, without further ado, let's quickly move to our guest today and have a quick chat with them. We have been joined by a number of guests today. Let's begin with Sapna Agarwal. Sapna, are you there? I guess there's some lag. Moving on to Pranit. Okay, Pranit is our new member of our club. Okay, now
Yes.
we are, yes, or we wholeheartedly welcome you to our club, Pranit.
Thank you. Thank you, Meghna.
Hope you have
Thank
this
you.
amazing journey with our online community.
Yes. So last week I joined as a guest. So I'm so
Yes.
happy that this time I do the login with the member. So it's quite interesting for me, and then excitement is there to join such a club where I found that last time all are very energetic, and the way you have run the show of this 2 hours. So it's not like that because I came with the mindset that the PPT will be there, so many slides is there, so many gyan and all these things is there. But it's not like that. But it's a lot of fun is there. But apart from the fun, you having the learning session also is there. And the evaluation process is I definitely like very much on this. So I just want to again introduce myself to all of you on this. Maybe that few members are new in this group on this. So I am Pranit Kumar Misra. Basically, I am from the pharma background. So I am working currently with the Reckitt Benckiser India Private Limited and leading the Dettol bar soap global projects on this. I am the part of the research and development. And basically, I am from the Ranchi, Jharkhand. And presently, I am staying in the Gurgaon, Sector 47. And I heard this program from our HR counterpart. So our R&D HR VP recommended me this post to join this club. So overall, this is the I'm blessed with I'm married and blessed with one daughter and son. Daughter is just started the career in engineering, so doing the software computer science as usual common faculty is there. But son is in the class fifth. He's studying. He's here only the Manav Rachna school.
We are so
Mm.
thrilled. We are so thrilled to have you, Pranit, with us. I hope you have a fabulous journey in Toastmasters.
Yeah, so I'm hoping for same.
Moving
Thank you
on,
everyone
thank
to
you so
accept
much.
me as a
Moving
member.
on to another guest, uh, we have Usha with us. Okay, Mayank, can we start with you?
Hello, everybody. A very good evening. My name is Mayank. I'm a Toastmaster. I am with Bright Beginning Toastmaster Club. And I was in the mall. I had nothing else to do. And hence I thought, why not join Turning Toastmasters club meeting? I've always heard a lot about this club from Toastmaster Anshuman. And it'll be a pleasure to see you all and learn something great from this club. Thank you.
Yes, our club is full of experienced members. We have so much to learn from here, definitely. So nice to have you in our meeting, Mayank. Now, moving on to Ayushi Rai. Can you unmute yourself? Yes, please tell me something about yourself.
Good evening. I am Ayushi. I am a Toastmaster. I'm from Eloquent Toastmasters Club, and I got to know about the humorous speech marathon from Rupinder sir. So I have always been fascinated by humor, and I wanted to hear so many speeches, humorous speeches. So, and I've heard a lot about Turning Point Toastmasters from him as well. So it's finally good to be here. Thank you, Megha.
Thank you, Ayushi. We bet we'll keep you roll on the floor while you are in this meeting. Moving to our next guest, we have Hemlata with us. She is also the participant of today's meeting. She is the evaluator. Hemlata, can you please tell us something about yourself in brief?
Sure. Good evening, everyone. I'm from Bosch Countess Toastmaster Club. I'm currently serving as the president. We operate on a hybrid mode on Fridays from 5:30 to 7:30. And I'm curious to see how humorous speeches marathon would be. And I'm joining this club for the first time. Excited for a nice session ahead.
We wholeheartedly welcome you to our club. I hope you have a cracker of time over here. Now, do we have Karishma Verma here?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Is it possible
Okay.
for you to turn on your camera?
I'm really sorry to share this with you all that I'm not able to turn on my camera. So
That's
that,
okay. That's possible. That's okay. Please tell us something about yourself. Where are you joining from?
hello everyone, this is Toastmaster Karishma. I'm from Rungta Toastmaster Club, currently serving as a secretary of Rungta Toastmaster Club. I just saw your notification popping up on my phone, so I just thought I'd give it a try to a new Toastmaster Club. So yeah, I am here to gain some experience. Thank you.
I hope you have a fabulous experience with us throughout in these 2 hours. Okay, now do we can I have Seema Budia on Spotlight? I'm
Hello,
sorry
everyone.
if I mispronounce your name,
That's
your
Seema
surname,
Badaya. That's Seema
Badaya.
Badaya. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for
So
correcting. Yes,
I'm
please.
I'm the Toastmaster from the All Women Entrepreneurs Toastmasters Club and Speech Weavers Toastmasters Club, and also the BPM of both the clubs. And as I just saw it just popped up, and I just saw what's happening, and I just joined it from the phone. So to get some valuable insights if I can get, and humorous, yeah, it always, you just pulls you, okay, there's something humorous going to happen. So why not enjoy it? So that's where the reason I am over here.
Yes, Toastmaster is always fun to be joining, but also productive and learnable.
Yeah, both of it.
Yes. So, can we have
Thank you.
Ashish Agarwal on stage?
Yeah, hi guys. Wish you very, very good evening. Really excited to hear the speeches today. And I love comedy. I've never tried my hand at it, but a very beginner, I would say, at it, and trying to expand my horizon and learn from all of you today. Thanks for organizing this. It's such a special event where we'll have these many number of speeches to hear and hopefully roll on the floor. My apologies, can't turn my camera on, but excited to be here.
All credit goes to our president for organizing this meeting, Humorous Speech Marathon. Okay, so do we have Karishma? Karishma, can we have a quick chat with you?
Yeah, why not? Always ready to chit chat with you guys.
So please tell us something about yourself in brief.
Okay, so earlier I have told you that I am a member of Rungta Toastmaster Club. Let me share something with you guys that uh, about my journey of Toastmasters. So last tenure I joined Toastmasters. I don't know why, how, but I joined it because it was a hype in my college that Toastmasters are something really different, something really special for our college because it's an international club, you know. But after some time, I got to realize that it is not just a club; it is a community. It is a community where you got to learn a lot of things if you are a person who wants to learn.
Yes.
Here you are going to have a lot of opportunity to meet new people, to make connections with them, and yeah. As a person, if I have to share something with you, that I am a student, I'm a second year student, and you guys will shocked after listening this that all like you all remember, if I am with you, I am talking with you, I am having connection with you, and I'm contacting in anybody of you like literally I have some people from Toastmasters who is really supporting me as a person, like Karishma, you can do this, you can do that, and I'm really enjoying it, and this is the best thing I can ever get being a Toastmasters. So yeah, this is my journey, and I know that this is going to be more sparkle more and more day by day. Thank you.
I couldn't agree with you more, Karishma. We have this mentoring program in Toastmasters, and I just love it because you can ping your mentor anytime, anywhere. and he or she will answer you, will solve all your doubts.
Yeah, that's so true.
Okay, now moving to our another guest, Pramod Reddy.
Yeah,
Hello,
how are you?
Pramod.
Yeah,
Hello. Can you please tell us something about yourself? Where are you
yeah.
from?
Hi, this is Pramod. Actually, I'm from Hyderabad, but currently I'm staying in Togo, West Africa, where
Okay.
I'm working as a automation engineer. So one of my colleague has informed me to join Toastmaster club. So actually, I'm facing very high anxiety, and I'm not able to attend the interviews much. While I'm speaking with someone, I'm feeling very, very highly anxiety and tension. So that's why I'm trying to join one of the club. It is a very good. I heard this is my second session actually. 3 years back I have joined, but I haven't continued in this Toastmaster. So currently, when I'm joined, I'm feeling like everyone is speaking very well here. But is it a club shoots me, or I don't know whether everyone is speaking like much
Pramod,
forward than me.
everybody is in their journey of honing their communication skills, and this is the best place where you can practice your language, whatever skill you want to master on. So this is the best place, and everybody is on their journey. Every beginner is afraid in starting, is scared to speak something on stage, but yes, the journey makes him more confident. So moving to our next guest today, I'm so happy we're being joined by so many guests today. We have with us Sapna Agarwal.
Yeah, hi, this is Sapna this side. I'm a lawyer and I browsed the internet. I came to know about this Toastmaster International thing, and somebody had also told me about this, that this is a very good platform so far as if we have to improve upon our public speaking skills. So I thought, why not to join and to enhance and improve my speaking skills further. Although I think I can speak okay kinds and all right kinds, but still I feel whenever I go on a stage or something, then probably I have those goosebumps, and then I thought, why not to overcome this nervousness and join sub club or the platform where I can really improve upon this. So here I am.
I can
So this
vouch
club
your
also suits me because it is having online attendance is allowed on this club. So this club suits me that way. The timings are slightly not suiting me, but still it's fine. I thought I'll give it a try. And thank you so much. I hope I'm able to overcome all my challenges that I face while speaking, and I improve upon further. I hope
I
so.
hope that too. I hope you are able to overcome all your fears, all your anxieties, and all your
Yeah,
nervousness. And I
yeah.
wish to see you again in our meetings ahead.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Okay. Let's start with today's meeting, and I will be attending our guest meanwhile throughout the meeting, in the middle of the meeting, I mean.
So, Megha, sorry to interrupt that. So actually in WhatsApp, I'm getting 3, 4 group invite on this. I'm a little bit confused which group is the right one which I have to follow on this. Some group is the name is almost similar, that some is
Yes,
SPETM,
we
some is
do have like 3 to 4 groups,
yeah.
and you just come back. We'll have a chat later on, and I'll tell you everything in detail.
Okay. So I also want to know how we are going to mentoring and everything on this. Who you will be
Yes, definitely. You'll get to know all that stuff in a detail afterwards.
Okay.
After this meeting, I'll let you know of that.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, so like for all the guests present, I would like to just help you with the structure of today's meeting. This meeting is going to be a little different from our regular Thursdays meeting. As the name says, humorous speech marathon, we will have back to back 6 speeches today that will all target towards being hilarious. Those 6 speeches will be evaluated by 6 respective speech evaluators, and those evaluators will be further evaluated by our general evaluator, who is also our president, Neeraj Singh. So it's high time to introduce call our president on stage, Neeraj Singla. I would like Tech Master to please spotlight her. So introducing Neeraj Singla, she is a data scientist by profession and a Punjabi by heart. If you are here, it's impossible that you don't know her because she is our president. It feels really great to be working so closely with her. She's always ready to deal with any problem or confusion arises with all her positivity. She is my go-to person as far as Toastmasters is concerned. A classic example of beauty with brain. So I would like to hand over the stage now to our general evaluator, Neeraj Singla, with a huge round of applause.
Thank you so much, Megha. I am literally flattered by your introduction. Thank you so much for your kind words. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guest, I am Neeraj Singla, your general evaluator of the evening. My role as a general evaluator is to ensure that this meeting runs smoothly. I'm going to evaluate all role players except speakers because we have predefined evaluators for the speakers. And also, I will ensure that this meeting follows the principle of integrity, service, respect, and excellence as enshrined in the Toastmasters rulebook. But please note, I am not alone in this journey. I have my role player with me who is going to ensure that the meeting follows the timelines. Now I would like to call role player Iti, who is playing timer and tech master role at the same time. Iti, can you explain about your role and also share the cards with the guest as well as members? Iti, you are on mute.
Thank you for having me as a timer for this wonderful Toastmaster meeting number 383. My role is to ensure that all role players are being timed and are adhering to the specified time limit which they have. Starting with speakers, they typically have a time limit of 5 to 7 minutes where I will be displaying. Let me share the screen. Where I'll be displaying green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. Followed up by a buffer of 30 seconds either side. Same rule applies to individual speech evaluator, which are going to be timed at 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, respectively, with green, yellow, and red card. They will also have a grace period of 30 seconds either sides. Speakers who finish before or after the grace period will be disqualified. I'll be sharing my report at the end of the meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Iti, for explaining your role so clearly. Now I would like to give stage back to our host, Megha Bansal. I'll be back with my evaluation at the end of this meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neeraj, for explaining your role so comprehensively to us. I won't make you all wait now. Let's start our meeting. Grab your seats and fasten your belts. Now, introducing our first speaker today, Srishti Mehrotra. For all the members, she do not need any introduction. She is my mentor. If you are a guest for the very first time, then listening to her will make you feel go, wow. Talking about how she perceives her. She is someone who enjoys many things. By day, she is a design researcher, and in her free time, she is exploring what it means to live a creative life, whether it be through writing, pottery, public speaking, or art and illustration. But before I ask my tech master to spotlight her, I would like to call her speech evaluator on stage, Toastmaster Rupinder Singh.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible and visible. Techmaster, please
Thank you.
spotlight evaluators.
Madam Toastmaster, it is my distinct pleasure and privilege to evaluate Toastmaster Srishti Mehrotra on her speech. The project is Know Your Sense of Humor. I'm pretty sure she knows her strength of humor, her sense of humor. I will still outline the purpose of the project. The purpose of this project is to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and to present a speech that includes humor. Timer, please be aware that the time limit for this speech is 5 to 7 minutes with a 30-second grace on either side. I wish Srishti all the very best. I know that we are in for a very enjoyable time, and I give the control of the stage back to our Madam Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rupinder. Now it's time for Srishti to be spotlighted.
Yeah, just want to do an audio video check and confirm that I'm audible and visible.
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Second, I have a request from the audience. If you could turn on your videos and audios and mics, just so that I can see whether the jokes that I'm making are even having an effect on you at all. Because in a physical space, I'll be able to see, but this will just help me understand whether it's landing or not.
Srishti Mehrotra, driving. Driving, Srishti Mehrotra. Over to you.
Okay, please raise your hand if you love your job. Okay, this speech is not for you, Rupinder and Pranit. Everyone else, I have a personal update. I have resigned 2 days ago, which means that for the first time in my life, I am experiencing that mythical notice period. And I think I'm more excited about this than my next opportunity. And I am so excited to use this time as uselessly as possible. And speaking of being useless, do I look like someone who can take an emergency patient to the hospital? You can say, you can nod yes or no. Do I look like someone who can take her dog to the vet? Or maybe pick up a friend from the airport? Actually, I can do none of the above because I don't drive. And don't get me wrong, I do have a driving license. I got it when I turned 18. For my parents, it was like they were preparing all my documentation, birth certificate check, Aadhaar check, PAN card check, passport check, driving license. No. So see, for every other document, all you have to do is exist. For driving license, you have to do something, right? And since none of you have ever played sports with me, right? You've never seen me play sports. You have never got the opportunity to see me at my peak clumsiness and complete lack of spatial awareness. My father has. So he decided that if any of these RTO guys see my daughter try to drive a car, they will probably blacklist her and she'll never get her license. So he paid 3,000 rupees to a guy to get my license made. Please note the market rate at the time was 2,000 rupees. And I went to the RTO office for 13 minutes and I got my photo taken. I had to sign at one place and I didn't even see the place where they make you do that S test, everything. But I'm a very conscientious person, so I felt really guilty. It was my first experience of being the briber. You hear about it so much, but it was my first time actually bribing someone and being the corrupt person. And this is in 2012, right after Anna Hazare's hunger strike and the whole India against corruption movement. So I felt really guilty. And I thought, okay, how about I learn to drive? That way, I won't be a liar. I'll just be chronologically incoherent. I will have a license and I will know how to drive. I thought, okay, what's the best way to do it? I enrolled in a driving school and there's a market in front of my house. I went registered, guy came over next day in this modified Maruti 800 with this set of 2 pedals, 1 steering wheel. two sets of pedals. Raise your hand if you have seen this Maruti 800 somewhere near, right? So he came over, we started learning lots of things, and like how to operate a car, what are the different parts called, how to take turns, all while going at the maximum top possible speed of 40 kilometers per hour. And and I also had this 10-minute complimentary session on reversing and parking. This is important, okay? And then after a week, I was like, wow, really happy that I know how to drive now. And but if you've been there, there's a reason these cars have a second pedal, like second set of pedals. And turns out that this instructor had been controlling the car all of this time. So I thought I was driving it, but actually it was this other guy who was like secretly controlling it. How do I know? Let me tell you. So this is also the same time that my mom bought a new car. It was a Honda Jazz. I say was, but it still is there, kind of. So anyway, and my dad insisted that I lose my driving virginity to the new car and not our old second-hand Santro, which we also had. So I thought, okay, great. I got in the car. My father sat next to me, and if like that modified Maruti 800, if you want to accelerate, you have to like press all the way down to the pedal, right? Like you have to like, and then you like get to like 20 kmph and like slowly increase the speed over like several minutes. So that's what I did with this new car, and I couldn't understand what was happening. I just knew that I was accelerating backwards away from my house, and my father sitting next to me, instead of telling me to stop accelerating and use the brake, he just said, what are you doing? And I'm standing next to him and I'm mortified and I don't know what to do. And then suddenly I remembered that I have to just stop stepping on the accelerator and like just press the brake. And I stomped on the brake and it was not as fast as the accelerator. And I stopped with like a thud. And that was like literally 2 inches from this really giant tree on my street. Okay. It was the first and only time I drove a car other than that driving academy, Maruti 800. And then I stopped driving, and I don't think it's bad, honestly. Like if I have to go somewhere, I can take an Uber, have someone drop me. Where I live, there's public transport. And then there are advantages to this, okay? Like, for example, I am the elder child, and therefore I'm the default responsible for anything that my parents need. If you have been elder child, please raise your hand. I raise both of mine in solidarity. Okay. So, but one task cannot be given to me, which is that, beta, guests are coming. Can you quickly go get some samosas? Or like, milk is over. Can you get a packet from the mother dairy? Can you drop me to the mall? Can you pick me
Listen,
from the mall?
Chandana, you are a singer. You have to take care of your voice. You can't.
Sorry, but thank you. I guess I'm melodious
Hey,
also.
mute, na?
Great. Okay. So I'm scared that if I start driving, all of these tasks will also be given to me. But that's not the only thing that scares me. So since I was a kid, I've had this terrible motion sickness. So I just need to sit in car, throw up. Okay. And the only remedy for motion sickness is for me to either sleep or look straight at the horizon. If I look here and there, instant nausea. So considering I'm going to be driving in India, I don't have the option of looking straight, right? Because like even as a passenger, you have to constantly watch out for like car, pedestrian, scooter, rickshaw, auto, cow, everything. And I'm going to like projectile vomit on my windscreen. And honestly, how weird is it going to be when I'm, at the at the dealership trying to buy my car, and my request for like car modifications is like, sir, could you give me a set of wipers on the inside? So just for those vomit days. And that's my biggest fear, like communicating this requirement to the dealership guy. But in all of this, right, the thing is, my strong, independent woman narrative is at stake. It's one aspect of me that just doesn't align with the rest of my personality. And I'm still a few years away from being that South Delhi auntie who has full-time driver and never needs to worry about driving. So today, I have made a new attempt, making good use of my notice period. I have joined a branded driving school, which has theory, simulator sessions, and practical sessions. Today was my first class, 1 hour of driving theory. We have to go to the driving school and then watch TV there. And I learned a bunch of road rules like don't honk. Honking is not to show solidarity with other people that you're also in the jam. It's for emergencies only. Stop before zebra crossing and always overtake from the right. And the accent of the lady sounds very Indian, but what are these rules? Like, I was exposed to these rules which I've never ever seen play out in front of me. This is so alien to me. Like, these are Narnia rules. This is not happening here. You have never seen it. And plus, in like 30 years as a pedestrian, I've never used a zebra crossing. So who are you telling the car, like, who are you telling to stop before zebra crossing? Anyway, so it was just the first day. And who knows what's going to happen? Am I going to drop out of this as well halfway like I do most things? Will I become the savior that my mom needs, bringing last minute samosas for unexpected guests? Will I manage to take my friends or, bring my friends from the airport or take people to the hospital? Nobody knows. I guess you'll just have to stick around and find out. Okay, over to you, Toastmaster Megha.
Shall we have a big round of applause for Shrishti Mehrotra? What an awesome speech you gave, like as always, and it was definitely very humorous. I know why like foreigners are afraid of driving on Indian roads. I've heard this from so many people before.
I think Indians are also afraid of driving on Indian roads.
Yes, vice versa, definitely. So let's have, I have a request to all of you to take a minute to write your feedback to Toastmaster Srishti on her personal chat. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute ends. You can just show me thumbs up. Okay, now utilizing this time, I would like to know something about our guest, which I missed before. I would like to take Sangeeta. Sangeeta, are you there to have a chit chat with us?
Maybe.
Okay, I guess she is not here. Hello, Jaspreet. Can we have a quick chat with you? Jaspreet is the member of the Spearhead Toastmasters Club, which is our sisters club. And we have seen her in a while to join this meeting. I hope she is not, I guess she is not here.
इतनी पब्लिक भी तो रहती है बेटा यहाँ पे.
Ma'am, can you please put yourself on mute? Yes, thank you. Okay, so I hope you gave all your productive feedback to Toastmaster Shrishti. Now moving on to the second speaker. Our second speaker for today is Toastmaster Rohan Dhage. Now introducing him, Rohan is a B2B sales professional who deals in food ingredients. He is originally from Nasik, currently based in Delhi. He has a passion for traveling and playing cricket, and he's always eager to explore new opportunities and experiences. He has grown by leaps and bounds in his Toastmasters journey. It feels really great as a VP to see members pushing themselves to bring a change. Before I ask our tech master to put him on spotlight, I would request his speech evaluator, Toastmaster Ravi Bhardwaj, on a virtual stage. Ravi, can we have a quick audio video check?
I'm audible and visible.
Yes, you are audible and visible. Over to you.
Okay. Thank you, host Megha. So Rohan is attempting level 2 project Know Your Sense of Humor of the path Engaging Humor. The purpose of the speech is to bring developing a collection of humorous stories, and to present a speech that includes humor. So all the best, Rohan. Back to host Megha.
Thank you, Ravi. Now it's time to put Rohan on the spotlight, please. Yes, he's already spotlighted. Rohan, the adventures of PG Life. The adventures of PG Life, Rohan.
Thank you so much, Madam Toastmasters. जब लाइफ हो आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल सीटी बजा के बोल all is well. Where this song comes to your mind, if you hear this song, what comes to your mind? Boys enjoying their life carefree. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, I want to share a story about my hostel life. If you ever lived in hostel, you know it's mix of survival skills, patience, and hell lot of funny moments. It all started when I moved in, full of dreams and excitement. I imagined myself in a cozy room, making friends and having easy life. Tick 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 tick. But another case of expectations versus reality. I walked in my room. I thought, wow, it's cozy. Cozy, but cozy, I mean, it's so small. I'm not kidding. I could almost touch all four walls at the same time. It had a bed, a cupboard, and just enough space for me to stand. Oh god, I felt like I'm living in a matchbox. And then a story came to roommate. I thought we will be like a brothers, sharing stories or maybe cooking sometime. Turns out my roommate is a night owl. He loved watching movies full volume till 2 a.m. Imagine I'm trying to sleep and while sleeping, explosions and car chases were happening right next to my ear. Speaking of sleep, now let's move to food. The hostel owner had promised us homemade food, just like mom's. Now, if mom's foods tasted like a cardboard, then maybe it was true. The chapatis were so hard. I once thought I could use this as a weapon if intruder ever broke in. And the dal, it was so watery. I thought I might need to straw. I might need straw to drink it. One day, I came back from my office long day, hoping for nice meal. When I got something that I would look like dal, but when I tasted it like sadness, I ended up preparing Maggie, and then I realized, oh, this is the real hostel diet. But real adventure started every morning with bathroom rush. Sharing bathroom with stranger like you are being a part of comedy show. Every morning there was a line outside bathroom. Everyone is waiting for their turns and they were waiting for just like they were waiting for a bus. If you are late, you will be doomed. Now let's talk about laundry day. The hostel had one washing machine for each and every one of us, and it was always an adventure. I remember putting my clothes, hoping that they would come clean and same size. Once I put on my favorite shirt, they, but then it came two size smaller. It had magically transferred into crop top. Hostel life with roommates is whole lot of adventure. You'll never know how the bottle of shampoo you brought yesterday is empty within 2 days, or how your favorite t-shirt vanishes in a blink of an eye. And don't even get me started on the midnight snoring concert. Roommates are real ghosts. They will haunt your peace. And then there were party guys. These guys playing loud music in the middle of night. One night one night he started playing his favorite tracks, and suddenly our entire hostel became unplanned dance party. There I was, half asleep. Within next moment, I realized suddenly I am dancing in the floor on pajamas on. That funniest nights I have ever had. Hostel life is far from perfect. It's full of strange food, the long bathroom queues, and laundry disasters. But it also full of laughter, memories, and friends who make all the chaos worth it. It's about embracing madness, finding humor in struggle, and creating moments that you will never forget. So, all of you who have ever lived or going to live in hostel, remember, it's not about surviving. It's about making best of weird and wonderful moment and laughing it all. Thank you so much. Back to Toastmaster of the Day, Mega.
A big round of applause to Rohan. Wonderful and amazing speech. You made me nostalgic about my PT days. It was really so fun, but yes, imperfect in every sense. So I would like to take a minute time to write how you felt by listening the speech. Please, everybody, write your respective feedbacks to Toastmaster Rohan in on his personal chat. Thank you, Toastmaster Iti. Now it's time for our third speaker, Toastmaster Animesh Das. Introducing him, Animesh has joined our club officially just recently, but he was connected to us all before that. He is currently a data engineering intern with Altimetric on his way to becoming a full-time employee with Blackhawk Network in Bangalore, and a recent dual degree graduate from Triple IT Hyderabad. He's someone who loves to play piano or write a movie review in his spare time. He has got awesome writing skills as he sometimes do write PPTM meeting reviews also, and I have read them all. So before putting him on spotlight, I would request his speech evaluator Ankit Agarwal to be spotlighted. Ankit, can we have a quick audio video check?
Toastmaster Mega, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Toastmaster Animesh is today attempting the project Understanding Vocal Variety from the level 3 of Presentation Mastery Pathways. The objective of speech for Toastmaster Animesh is to practice vocal variety to enhance his speech. Best of luck, Animesh, and over to you, Meka.
Animesh, the thirsty cow. The thirsty cow, Animesh.
Before we start, Toastmaster Megha, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Okay, thank you. Raise a hand if you have ever messed up in front of an audience. I'll even increase the. I'll even give you the number of people in that audience. Rohan, I haven't specified the numbers. Wait. How about 5 people? How about 10 people? Come on, raise a hand if you have. Come on, yeah. Okay. How about 20 people or 50 people? Or even let me raise the number 100 people. Okay, let me be a little more specific. How about 552 people? The additional 2 people in that in being your own parents. Come on. It's okay. See, that is the number of people I messed up in front of. And this is the story of that mess. So the story starts back in the early 2000s, around the time I was 9 years old. And I was studying in Vadodara's locally trending school, Navrachana School, Vasi. The highlight of the year was the annual day. And the highlight of the annual day, you see, every school has something called an annual day. Yes, parents, come on, raise a hand if you know about this. Come on, yes. And every annual day will have a musical. That year, the musical was basically chosen to be a reenactment of the story called The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. How many of you have heard this story? Raise a hand if you have heard the story of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Come on. So just to give you a summary, basically it's see, Eti knows. So just to give you a summary, it's about a little girl who ends up in a magical land and ends up accidentally killing one half of a villain, who proceeds to defeat the other half of the villain, and on that journey meets a few friends and helps them out as well. All right, that's a very rough summary of the story. Okay, but if you know, with every musical there will always be four kinds of characters. One, the main characters, in this case Dorothy and Toto. Then the supporting characters, the Tin Woodman, the Scarecrow, and the Cowardly Lion. And of course, the Wicked Witch of the West and the Good Witch of the North. Yes. And of course, the background characters, the Munchkins, the Winged Monkeys, the people in the Emerald City, and then there were the extras. Yet, where I was. The extras. And guess what they made me dress up as? A cow. Of all things, a cow. Basically, I was supposed to play one of Dorothy's livestock because apparently they had far too many people to hire as extras. So here we go. To dress up as the cow, but nowadays you get this one piece pajama that is shaped as a cow, with the horns and everything. Back in the day, my mom had a very brilliant idea to dress me up as a cow because that was not available. So here's what she did, and just let me demonstrate. So imagine if this were the leggings. I got leggings like these from a friend of mine, actually a classmate of mine, named, hear it well, Harleen Kaur Bajwa. My friend Harleen Kaur Bajwa, who was actually taller than me. So obviously the leggings were a little long for me. And then T-shirt like this, plain and full sleeves, collarless. My mom got that from my cousin. So she stitched a few pieces of black cloth on it to make the whole outfit look like that of a stereotypical American cow. But that's not even the funniest part. The funniest part comes afterwards. You see, on the D day, that is the annual day when we were supposed to have the musical. In fact, we had the musical, yes. But here's where it gets funny. I don't know what came over me. I think even my friends, even some of my co-stars, co-actors were like, yeah, let's go. Let's go to the stage. I don't know what came over me. I actually went to the stage. And let me enact for you exactly what I ended up doing. So bear with me for a little while. Timer, please wait for a second. Ah, yes. So I ended up doing this. And please bear with me. This is actually bad. I'm acting like a cow, so I have to naturally bend down like this and moo, and go again. Moo. I don't know what happened. I kept doing that over 5 minutes. Nobody came. 7 minutes. Nobody came. 9 minutes. Nobody came. And the audience, no reaction. And then that last move that I did, when I lifted my head up, I stood there with dread, like a statue. You know why? Because on the screen, it said price distribution. Price distribution. You know what that means? I messed up. And not only that, see why I'm wearing this? Because at that point, I thought it was a belt. Turns out it was a bottle. Of all things, a bottle. And right then, behind the screen, was my teacher, who looked at me with daring eyes and said, and simply did this. And there was me. Okay. Okay. And I went over backwards to the teacher and got a tight one from her. You see, when I look back at this event and what it caused as a result, you see, right after this event, 2 years after this event, in fact, somebody mentioned it in their address in an article in the school magazine. They described the event in its entirety, and that's when I realized I finally made it. I finally made it to the big leagues. That's when everybody started calling me the Thirsty Cow. The name hasn't stuck since then, but the story, it still remains. Not just as a funny story, but as a reminder that once you have messed up, you don't have to be afraid of messing it up. You're messed up real bad, royally messed up. It's okay to mess it up again. So that is what I want you to take away from me. Because if I were hung up on it, I would have definitely not joined Toastmasters. So here I am. This is what I want you to understand. Never fear once you have messed up royally. And be the thirsty cow if needed. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster. The thirsty cow signing off.
Let's give it up for Animesh. Oh, what a brilliant speech. Animesh, your expressions are unique. Do you know that? Like, it cannot be copied by anyone. And you have used every inch of your screen space. You have gone here, there, every inch of your screen space. Wonderful. Now let's follow our 1 minute ritual of giving valuable feedback to Animesh on his personal chat. Thank you, Toastmaster EP. Now moving our meeting ahead to our next speaker, Toastmaster Ashok Chaudhary. Introducing Ashok, he is an experienced educator working at UHS school in Bihar. He holds a master's degree in mathematics. He is passionate about public speaking and gaining leadership abilities. In his free time, he likes to read, write poems, and meet like minded people. I'm a fan of his determination to take on roles and deliver it at its best. I remember him giving speech from the roof of his house as there was an electricity cut. Ashok, I genuinely appreciate that. Before calling on to stage Ashok, let me call his speech evaluator on the spotlight. Amit, can we have a quick audio video check?
Am I audible or visible?
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Okay. So, good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. Toastmaster Ashok is going to present his pathway presentation mastery level 1 project 4. So the purpose of this project is to uh, give a speech on any topic and receive feedback and use that feedback to improve and harness his speaking skills in future. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit. Okay, Toastmaster Ashok, we have you on spotlight already. Can we have a quick audio video check?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, but
Am I
you are
visible?
actually you are very far from screen.
Okay, now.
Yes, it's
Am I
better.
okay.
Okay. Ashok Chaudhary, our love is like that. Our love is like that, Ashok Chaudhary.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster, guests, and my dear friends. What do you mean by love? What does it look like? Can you raise your hand and explain it in a few words? Well, everybody knows and everybody feels love. To me, love is a different approach. I have seen love never comes without slap for me. And there are four people in our life. Actually, I can say in everybody's life, they claim that they love you or me too much. Can you tell me the four names in your life? Let me tell you. They are four: my father, my mother, my teachers, and my wife, if I am married. I remember when I was child, I used to play marbles. Do you know marbles? A very small spherical things or matters, I used to play that. When I came from school, I went to play the marbles with my friends. I don't know how my mother got an idea that he was playing marbles. When I came at home, somebody has already told her that he was playing marble. When I came, my mother asked, Beta, where did you go? I simply said, I was playing with my friends. Marbles. I kept mum. Keeping mum shows that you accepted your mistake. And she knows I love sugarcane. And she always take a sugarcane. And then when I say, Mom, I went to play marbles, not with my friends, simply playing. Then she took the sugarcane and kept hitting me very hardly. When I started crying, after some time, she hugged me and she also cried. I got very confused. Not that day, but today. When I grown up, my father also he loved me too much. He said, if you get good marks in examination, I will give you a good quality of pen. And the name of the pen was quality as well. He went to the city, but he forgot to bring the pen. I said, Papa, did you bring the pen that you promised to give me? Because I had passed the examination with flying colors. He said, my dear son, I just forgot it. I'll bring it definitely tomorrow. I said, no, Papa, you had promised me. And I insisted, I want the pen right away. Then you know what he did with me? He kicked me and I fell 2 feet away from him like a flying ball. I did. I definitely see the kind of love there as well. The teacher who claimed that I love you too much while I was in the classroom, and he left the classroom for few seconds and he said, I will be back right away. And thereafter, all the students making chaos in the classroom. When teacher came back, he saw that all the students are making noise and I was keeping mum. And he suddenly take a stick and started washing all the students except me. Then I realized really my teacher loves me too much. Then I tried to take the revenge. One of my friend, he was sitting in the corner of the classroom. I pointed him, sir, he was also making a cry. Then he took the stick and started hitting me. Simply said, what were you doing then? I kept mum. My wife, she also always promised that I love you too much. There was a day when she sent me in one of my friend's wedding. I went, and when I came back, she hugged me like this, and all of a sudden she found a golden long hair on my coat. And no need to say what did she do with me. She punished me and gave me to cook food for 3 days. My dear friend, these are the stories. Today, I realize that what kind of love is it in which always I get hit. Then I realize that Love is like a rose. It comes never without thorn. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Madam Toastmaster Megha.
A big round of applause to Toastmaster Ashok for the wonderful speech he delivered. Very well done. Let's take another 1 minute of silence to write valuable feedback to Toastmaster Ashok. Our Toastmaster is not just about delivering, in fact, it is more about receiving. Let's give him the productive feedback. Timer, please note 1 minute time. Thank you, Toastmaster Iti. Now it's time to call our fifth speaker on our virtual stage. Before that, I would like to introduce you all to him. He is a psychology student and a member of Bright Beginning Toastmasters Club. He joins the club to challenge himself by stepping out of his comfort zone and learning from new experiences. Aryan, we all definitely want to do that. Now, before I invite Aryan to on virtual stage, I would like to call his speech evaluator, Toastmaster Hemlatha, on spotlight. Toastmaster, can we have a quick audio video check?
Hello, Toastmaster Megha. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible and visible. Over to you.
Yeah. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Aryan Chopra, is giving his L1 speech delivery on Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language in Presentation Mastery, titled College. Over to you, Toastmaster Megha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hemlatha. Toastmaster Aryan Chopra, can we have you on spotlight? Yes. Can we have a quick audio video check?
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you, but your voice is a little feeble.
Hello, hello.
Yes, it is okay now. So, Toastmaster Aryan Chopra, college. College, Aryan Chopra.
So I never knew what college students ever did. I never knew what college was for actually, especially because I never knew what work college students ever actually did. All that changed when my elder sister went to college. She would spend half a day at college, and we thought she was studying, she was, working hard to progress her career. Only later did we find that she was spending all her time partying with her friends, messing around, and her attendance was 20% and her marks were all failing. Jokes apart though, college is a great place. You meet very new people there. You meet the weirdest people there actually. That is what my experience has been anyway. I come from a very Indian family. Whenever my dad is driving fast and some guy drives by close by and my mom is sitting in the passenger seat, she always goes, Sunil, Aram se. She's always scared instantly. And I've always only known bad drivers from the outside, never from sitting inside their car. All that changed when I met my college friend Arnav. Now, in his defense, Arnav is a pretty good driver. His driving has saved him from many life-threatening situations. The only problem is he hasn't stopped putting himself in those situations yet. I still remember the first time that he took us out for a drive. I saw his driving for a couple minutes and I asked him what his craziest driving story was. He told me, Aryan, look at this crack on the windshield. Let me tell you the story of this crack. A few days back, I was driving my nanny to her house and we were on the highway. She was sitting in the back seat in the middle. and we're driving at 80 kilometers per hour, and suddenly a guy comes by right in front of us. I instantly slammed the brakes, and thankfully, we did not hit the guy. Unfortunately, though, his nanny was no longer sitting in the back seat. Yes, her head was firmly planted in his windshield. Yeah, I'm still surprised how his family lets him takes the car out. Don't worry, Srishti. I'll let Arnav know. He'll teach you how to drive. Um, but besides that, college is a place of incredible stories. Just raise your hand if you have told a college story to someone near, recently. Raise your hand if your dad always tells you his college stories. So the next story that I want to tell you about is actually pretty funny. So my dad is still friends with all of his college friends. Rohit Chachu, Harry Chachu, Joshan Chachu. I still meet all of them. We are still all very close. And this story goes back to when they were giving their final year accounting exams. So my dad and Harry Chachu always failed the accounting class, but Rohit Chachu is like Raju from Three Idiots. He does very well. He's studious, serious, slightly fun. And so they decided that my dad and Harry Chachu would take the college accounting class from Rohit Chachu. They were very serious about it. So Rohit Chachu is preparing for, this is what I'm going to teach you tomorrow, and we're going to sit, we're going to be all serious. No distractions, nothing. And for weeks, they prepared for their exam. And they were very dedicated to it. They were very excited for it. We're going to do very well. Rohit Chachu always does very well. And eventually the exam comes by. They give the exam. It goes comparatively well. They're like, will you pass? Will you pass? More or less, they come to the conclusion that, okay, we should all be able to pass, most likely. And a couple of weeks later, the exam result day comes by. This is going to be the test of Rohit Chachu's, teaching skills. So Rohit Chachu is back in the room, and Harry Chachu and Papa go to look at their results, and they're overjoyed. They passed the exam. Oh yes, Rohit, you taught us so well. You made us pass. Thank you so much. You were such a great teacher. And they come by, they tell him that, and they see that he's disappointed for some reason, even though they too have passed. They come back to the room. They tell him, and just as it turns out, Rohit Chachu has failed the exam. He taught them, and they both passed, and yet somehow he failed. He still hasn't been able to live that down. We keep telling that story so often, we bring it up, and uh, you know, he had to give he was so troubled by all of his friends at college. That is his identity still. When there are any college meets, that is what he's always reminded of. It reminds me how college is such a great place to make new stories, meet new people, and that's why I love my college life as well. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aryan, for the wonderful speech. Being a CA student, I never went to college, so I just missed this college fun in my life. Let's take a 1 minute of silence to give valuable feedback to Toastmaster Aryan. He did a wonderful job. Thank you, Toastmaster Iti. Now it's time for our last speaker. Last, but definitely not the least. It's time to bring on virtual stage Toastmaster Rupinder. Now, introducing him, he has various accolades attached to his name. In 2015, he joined Toastmasters. Since then, he has delivered over 1,000 speeches, conducted more than 100 public speaking workshops, influenced over 5,000 lives, and hosted over a dozen contests. And this is just the beginning. He won District 41 Toastmaster of the Year award, second runner-up in evaluation speech contest, semi-finalist in table topic speech contest, and the list is endless. Endless. He's an excellent communicator, and it is our sheer privilege to be able to have opportunities to learn from his excellence. Let's welcome him on stage with a huge round of applause. But before spotlighting him, I would like to spotlight his speech evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Anant Katyayani on stage. Over to you, Anant.
Thank you, Megha. Hello, everyone. Toastmaster Rupinder is attempting a project where he doesn't require any particular project or path to be attached to it. It's a generic speech, ideally targeted for an international speech contest, and the timing will be 5 to 7 minutes. Madam Toastmaster, kindly note that he may address you as the contest chair. All the very best, Rupinder. Looking forward to hearing.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anant. Toastmaster Rupinder, yes, we have you on spotlighted already. Can we have a quick audio video check?
Am I audible? Am I visible? And can I request everybody to please turn on their cameras? It me feels more personal that way. Thank you.
Okay. Toastmaster Rupinder, fat and loving it. Fat and loving it, Toastmaster Rupinder.
A deep dish pizza, a coffee caramel smoothie, in a tub full of ice cream. I can have all of that and still not feel guilty about it. Now, you can call it guilt-ridden gluttony. You know what I call it? Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and very distinguished guests. Welcome to Fat and Loving It. Your once in a lifetime opportunity to know why it is so cool to be fat. But before I tell you that, let me take you back to that magical, mystical moment that catapulted me into this elite club called Fat and Loving It. You may find it difficult to believe, but there was a time when I was extremely thin. I was a fitness freak. I was an athlete. And of all things, I wanted to join the Indian Air Force. To get into Indian Air Force, you have to go through many tests. One of them is this contraption called a tiger jump. From a platform that is about 15 feet high, you have to run, you have to jump, you have to catch hold of a rope that is in front of you, and you slide all the way down. My turn came. I was on the platform. I ran. I jumped. I missed the rope. The earth pulls you down at 32 feet per second square. I had jumped from a height of 15 feet. Don't bother doing the mathematics. Because physics in the form of gravity took over, my biology was altered. I got a hairline fracture that I carry to this day. Now that meant two things. One, as far as being a fighter pilot was concerned, my career was over. And two, my transition from fit to fat was swift like a flash. Does that make you feel sad? You don't have to feel sad. You see, as a fat person, I enjoy enormous privileges. For example, recently I boarded a flight and I looked at the rather attractive flight steward, and I asked her for an extension seat belt. People my size need an extension seat belt. I did not get an extension seat belt. Only I also got a free upgrade to business class. Yes. How many of you can get a free upgrade to business class just because of your size? I can. You know why? Because I am fat and loving it. Now, I don't drink, I don't smoke, women don't come near me. Recently, I was at a webinar. There were a lot of women. That's not the exciting part. The exciting part is every woman insisted on giving me a hug once I was done speaking. Guys, even I was surprised, as you are. But then I learned the reason. And it is the single biggest way into a woman's heart. You want to know what it is? Listen very carefully. Women love teddy bears. I am a cute, cuddly teddy bear. Ladies, when we meet, I'll be available for hugs. For now, listen to my speech. But how many of you can get free hugs from a woman just like that? Well, I can. You know why? Because I'm fat and loving it. So, you might say, this guy flirts with flight attendants, gets free hugs from women. Such a debaucherous, degenerate womanizer. Nothing can be further from the truth, my friends. You see, I am married, I have one wife, and my sole purpose in life is to keep her happy. Now, she feels that in order to be happy, she needs to look thin. What better way to make her look thin than to grow fat myself? What you were thinking as guilt-ridden gluttony just became a supreme, selfless sacrifice. I can make that sacrifice for my spouse. You cannot. You know why? Because I'm fat and loving it. Honestly, it's not about being fat. It's about loving it. It's about loving who you are. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, could be, would be, should be Toastmasters. We spend our entire lives living in what could have been, so much that we give up on what could be. Look at me. I could have been a fighter pilot. I could have been dead. Nobody survives. A lot of people don't survive a 15-foot fall. But here I am, delivering the speech of a lifetime to this august audience. Love who you are. Accept who you are, no matter what you are. Tall or thin, rich or poor, fair or dark, or slim or fat. I choose to be fat and loving it. I refuse to let the inches, the calories, and the pounds define the quality of life I am going to live. Just to illustrate my point, after all of this is over, I'm going to have a deep dish pizza, a coffee caramel smoothie, and a tub full of ice cream. Now, you may say it's guilt ridden gluttony. I say I'm fat. I say I'm myself and I'm loving it. Can you say the same? Share.
A big round of applause for Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. I can only say perfect and loving it. Superb. Let's take a 1 minute of silence to write our valuable feedback to Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. My cheeks are hurting. Thank you, Toastmaster Iti. Now, in the interest of time, I would like to quickly hand over the stage to our general evaluator, Neeraj Singla, for starting the second session of our Toastmasters meeting today. Over to you, Neeraj Singla.
Thank you so much. Do you hear two voices?
Pardon? Can we have a quick audio video check?
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Perfect. Okay, so I will start with first evaluator Rupinder to evaluate our first speaker's speaker speech Srishti. Okay, give me a moment. Actually, Hema requested just now. She told me that she has to leave. She is in rush. Can we call Hema Latha first on the stage? Hema, are you there?
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Neeraja.
Stage is yours.
Thank you. May I have my speaker, Toastmaster Aryan Chopra, on the stage? Could you spotlight him for me?
Tech Master, can you please spotlight Aryan? Okay,
there is coming some problem. I can't add him.
His video is off, so let's continue.
Okay, Aryan, you have to turn on your video, please.
Okay. Timer, you can start. Toastmaster Aryan Chopra, thank you for taking us to college life. You had a very well-structured story. You started from narrating your story of your sister, how she enjoys her college life and how she's, taking time and not really studying, but having the fun part of her side. Then you go on to your story where you bring on your friend who rides the vehicle very well. And I was literally scared when you told that why the windshields were broken. And then you took us to the three idiots, your father, Hari Chachu and Rohit Chachu story, where you narrated how strongly their friendship was and the results were truly engaging. It had like any movie, ending with a nice twist. That's how it was. So the positives, you have well-structured story. You brought the story from three generations with three colorful impacts and narrations. And also you touched upon those quite interesting points where all the audience could relate to. And I was hooked to you throughout the 6 to 7 minutes of speech you gave. Now that I told you what are your strengths, let me give you the opportunity to improve. The first thing, your motive was to give introduction to your vocal variety and body language. Since this speech was concentrating on your body language, I would recommend you to stand up and give your speech so that you make use of your body language, your hands, your eyes, your expressions of your face, make use of them. How to do it? Let's say when you told your sister was already, she was actually having fun. You could have told she was having fun. And then let's say when you were talking about your story of the car, the accident, you could have paused a little bit. He applied the brake and the grandma was there. So use your voice modulation. I think when you are narrating the story of Three Idiots, I could see that voice modulation, the energy variation, and you were bringing in the real voice modulation. That went really well. So, three things which went well: your well-structured story, you know how to hook your audience, and also you brought out three different emotions in your story. What to improve? Stand and give your speech, then use your vocal variety so that Not only your words, also your emotions reaches very well. And I think for your level 1 speech, you are really good. Continue the great journey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hema. Since you have to rush, I'm going to evaluate right away. You followed CRC approach, very clear structure, and you used very simple and easy words to explain your message. You also highlighted the strengths and weaknesses of his speech. Also, you were very encouraging and positive throughout your feedback, and you maintained the right balance between the recommendations and commendation, and you give feedback on both the things, content and delivery. Here are 2 recommendations that I would like to give you to improve your evaluation speech. One thing, when you give your recommendation, commendation, it's very important to highlight impacts. You mentioned what they did, how they did, but it's really important to also mention what is the impact of what they did, and what if in case of recommendation, what could have they done, and what else should be the impact of it. Second recommendation is engage with audience. Since you were directly talking to speaker, it is really important that you also some way circle the audience so they can equally listen to you and pay attention to what you are saying. Apart from it, great evaluation. You covered all major points. Thank you so much. Now I will move to our first evaluator, Rupinder, to share his evaluation.
Madam Toastmaster, am I audible? Am I visible?
Yes, Rupinder, you're audible and incredibly visible.
Thank you. When I first heard the speech title, Driving, I will admit that I had my misgivings. Because women and driving, there are a lot of jokes around that. But Srishti took it up as an opportunity. What I loved about Srishti's
Sorry,
speech.
there's a lot of disturbance coming in. I'm so sorry, but if you could just repeat because I'm not able to hear properly. So sorry.
Madam General Evaluator, can I restart my evaluation, please?
Yes, of course. Pindra, I think there is some background noise from your side. Is it?
No, from
Okay,
Megha.
let me.
Okay, Megha, can you turn off your audio?
Yes.
Okay,
Can I start?
Pinder, we are good. Please start.
Okay. When I heard the speech title Driving, I must admit that a bias inside me crept up about women and driving. And I wondered if the speech is going to be about that. So Srishti had me hooked to her speech even before she started speaking. What I loved about her speech was one particular moment when she was speaking and there was a disturbance. She acknowledged the disturbance and then carried on as if nothing had happened, as if it was just a brief pause. It was like somebody asking you for directions, you tell them the directions and you continue. Such confidence. I love Srishti's sense of humor. Most of all, I love her facial gestures, her eyes, her smile, they speak a million words. And today she did not let us down on those aspects at all. She is a natural speaker, she is confident. And I believe that this speech has the potential to be a stand up comedy act. I'll come back to that later. Before that, how can we make the speech better? Well, there were a couple of issues that I want to call out. Not, I'm literally nitpicking here. The first one being that I felt that the rate of speech was too fast, possibly because Srishti was trying to cover a lot of content in a very small amount of time, and she did so impeccably. That's number one. So maybe trimming on the content a little bit to fit inside a 5 to 7 minute speech. Maybe have a 550 word speech, because you have to allow for the audience to laugh also when you are doing it live. My second recommendation is with regards to the camera placement. The camera should be at your eye level with the light shining on you at a 45-degree angle. If you can do that, if you can have a setup like that, superb, especially for online. But coming back to what I loved about the speech, and therein I have a challenge for Srishti. I want you to make a 1 minute video of the speech, which is going to be a sneak preview. I want you to make a 4 minute video, which is going to be a stand up act. I want you to make a 30-minute video, which is going to be your first ever live show. And I want you to make a 90-minute video, which is going to be your paid show, because I'm going to be your first customer, hands down. Thank you for giving us such wonderful moments. Just work on the opportunities. You are good to go. On your worst day, you're better than the best on their best. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Rupinder, for giving such a constructive feedback. Since I followed this format, I'm also going to evaluate your evaluation right away. You followed the CRC approach and your feedback was very positive, encouraging, and you spoke in a very soft voice and you took the right pauses so that speaker can consume what you just said, and the recommendations that you gave was very actionable and can be worked right away. And very important thing, which I see many evaluators misses, is that you were not directly talking to the speaker, but with the entire audience. So they can also connect with what you were saying. Just one recommendation here, which I gave to our previous evaluator also. So I have been reading at lots of places. When we share commendation, it is also important to share the impact of it. Like suppose you said that the camera lighting was not proper. On top of it, it's really important to share the impact of it. Like if she could have just changed it, what could be the impact that it could create on the entire audience? Apart from it, great structure, everything was well covered. Thank you so much. Now I would like to move on to our third speaker, Ankit Agarwal, to share Anime's evaluation.
Toastmaster Neeraj, can you ask people, members to vote for the best prepared speaker first?
Yeah, meanwhile, I request all members to please cast your vote for best prepared speaker. Ankit, you can start on the parallelly members and guests can share their votes.
Okay. Am I audible and visible, Neeraj?
You're audible and yeah, right now perfectly visible.
Okay. So one of the message from Anime's speech was, once you messed up, you don't have to be afraid to mess it up again. Well, you mess up my life because I was so engrossed in listening to your speech that I forgot that I need to evaluate you as well. Well, it was kind of a dramatic act, I could say. Just looking at your speech, and the thing was, like, in your speech, it was a mix of, it was completely humor, right? A dramatic act, and at the end, you actually gave a motivational message as well to the audience. So that was quite interesting. Additionally, like, the title of your speech, the Thirsty Crow, I was just thinking, like, what will be that Thirsty Crow? And it was kind of a twist that you are the person, or you are the person who will be, like, who is a thirsty cow in this scene, basically, whatever we have. So overall, like, really well done in terms of engagement, right? Like, right, starting from, like using your hands, right? Hand gestures, asking question to the audience. It was, like, quite engaging. Like, it was couldn't have been more engaging, actually. And additionally, like, in terms of vocal varieties, like, what I could see, right? You took a took the right poses in order to, like, wherever you had to give any punch, you used tonality. We can definitely see, like, when you like make the sound of mo. That was really funny, and everyone was very I think they were smiling, and I can't complain about not using the right tonality for sure. Right. Yeah. And in terms of like some of the areas that I feel like which are very few and I could not find out those. One thing is like your face is smiling, right? You must have seen that your face is mostly smiling. So what I could see that like your punches would have been more impactful in some of the cases where if your face was not smiling actually, like maybe like when you said like your teacher slapped you, you were actually little smiling only. Like maybe you could have changed your face expressions a little bit. So that would be one thing that maybe like you can add on it. Another thing what I could say is basically like since you are kind of being evaluated here and there is a time limit, try to keep your speech length in the limit. That would be my recommendations. But overall, like what I could see, like I was really inspired looking at your speech in terms of how it you can use your complete body language along with the kind of content you use to have a powerful speech. So I would just say like continue to be a thirsty cow, and there are no like boundaries where you can go. Over to you, General Evaluator Neeraj.
Thank you so much, Ankit Agrawal. That was very positive feedback. You followed CRC approach. And one really important thing which I really liked is that you started with hook, and after that you reiterated small pieces of animation speech, which was really important, I feel, because after having back-to-back speakers, you tend to forget what speaker on which topic speaker gave the speech about. So that's a great way to start the evaluation. And you had a big smile on your face, which showed how more you were very encouraging throughout your evaluation. Few recommendation. One important one is engage with audience. You were directly talking with the speaker. It's really important that you talk with the entire audience, not just with the speaker. And one challenge that I want to give you, instead of giving your evaluation in the phases, commendation, recommendation, and then commendation, how about you give the entire evaluation as a speech, uh, transitioning from commendation to recommendation, commendation, then summary. So that is the challenge for you as a evaluator for the next time. But overall, I see that you covered all nitty-gritties in that even I noticed in Anmeet's speech. Great work done. Now I want to move to our second evaluator, Ravi, to evaluate. Yes, Ravi, you're audible, and can you say something?
Yeah, I think before I speak, you were confirmed that I'm audible and visible. So, okay,
Yeah.
so I'm audible and visible now?
Yes, you're audible and perfectly visible.
Okay, so can I start?
Yes, please.
Okay. First of all, Rohan, well done. I honestly saying I was not expecting this speech from you. I was literally laughing in your whole speech. I enjoyed a lot. And when you started your speech, you sang a song, which was of third idiot. You start connecting with the audience, which relates to three idiot, and then you start your topic, hostel or PG. I enjoyed a lot that you have covered all the aspects of the hostel life. You include the room size, that how you can touch the hands of each wall. your room partner were about the sleep, about the Maggie, and the line of the bathroom. I enjoy that you have a great content to show everyone what the hostel life is. I enjoyed the gestures you were doing in between, like you show the hands like easy life, tick 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 tick. So I can feel that gesture that you are at ease at that point. You are using the hand gestures again while showing the washroom while cleaning and the size of the clothes getting shorter to 2 meters or something like sorry 2 centimeters or something like that. I enjoyed a lot. I like the clarity you have in your speech and moreover the eye contact. It was there all the time. Vocal variety, yes, there I can feel that you have worked a lot on your vocal variety from you are changing your voice in between so that we can have that excitement on that particular words. Apart from this, I have some recommendation to you. Audience awareness. I would want to say this. Everyone, if I have not seen the Three Idiots, I would not know what you are saying, or if I am not a Hindi speaker listener, which I do not know the Hindi, I do not understand what you said. Everyone's ask any question, you would have started with a question or anything where you could have involved the audience in a better way. It was more of in one way. And the flow, it was crux, like means every content was there, but it was not in a time flow. So it was in a different flows. So you can improve on that by making a story, a little bit story, and then narrate it. So in this way, you can improve your speech. So all the best to you, Rohan. Back to our general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Ravi, for sharing your insights on on Rohan's speech. And you followed CRC approach. You also summarize at the end all the points that you mentioned. Although I have few recommendations for you. Instead of highlighting so many traits, like so many different points which speaker Rohan said, how about you bucketize it? How about you speak strength and weaknesses and combining all the content in once? That would give really good structure to your evaluation. Yeah, so I would like to see that in your next evaluation, but overall great points that you picked up and something which is actionable and speaker can immediately work on. Thank you so much. Now I would like to call our evaluator 4, Amit. Amit.
General evaluator Neeraj, can we just wait for 30 seconds for people to vote for best prepared speaker?
Of course, I guess we can do that. I request everyone, please quickly cast your vote in the interest of time. Toastmaster Ankit, is it done?
Uh, yes, Toastmaster Neeraj, we can go ahead with the evaluation section.
Okay, Toastmaster Amit, please start your evaluation and quick audio video check.
Okay, am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you, General Evaluator. Uh, First of all, I want to congratulate our speaker Ashok Chaudhary for completing his first level 1 by giving this and that this speech. And Uh, there are lots of things that I admire in his speech. First thing is audience awareness that he gave. He engaged, he engaged all the audience with his question. First, he asked, "What is love?" Second question, "What are the four people who love us?" And then we get that we share that four person, and then every anecdote with every person. So in this way, he get all the attention from us. That is really great about his speakers and his speech. And he added simple story that we all can relate. That mother and children argument about playing outside, father and children agreement for having good grades and getting awards for it, and that similar story with wife and teacher. So that is that that engage uh, that engage us all to us of speech. And second thing I really like about purposeful movements, that in whole speech he has lots of gesture. He was using his face, body, and his and eye contact. His eye contact was very good, and simply his standing position that shows his whole posture. So we can connect to his body language as well. So these are the few good things. And third was well constructed that I have shared. With that, I have few challenges for him as well. So one thing he needs to work on, that is vocal variety. Just like that, he asked few questions, but he didn't give time to speak anybody. He was so fast. So that was the thing. Second thing was pauses. Multiple times he used non word. When he became very silent. Just when he was having conversation with his mother, he numb. But he didn't pause. The silence should that silence should be felt, and that will give impact to his speech. So if he added few pauses, just like he shared four stories of love and that punishment of care. So if he used that pause at the time and the transition, so that will give more impact to his speech. Uh, uh, and voice modulation. That was missing from his speech. That every time, just like when he was conversing with teacher, his wife. So when his mother came to in the stage, so the voice modulation should change. Just like when his mother was asking to him, are you playing marbles and are you going? So at that same time, he should use that female kind of just like a female kind of voice. So that would also grab our attention that some new person had came in the speech. So that's the thing. And third was conclusion. So he started with great, and the mid story was also really humorous. And what the impact? A love like this. So where is the impact? So he should summarize, and he should give something like that. The punishment we get from our loved one, that is a love. So this kind of message we miss. So concluding your speech with great conclusion that creates impact. And thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Amit, for great evaluation. I really love the way you gave recommendations. You picked very specific things and then highlighted it to the speaker. I wish you could do the same for commendation as well. Three few points I want to mention here. When you are giving commendation, you need to mention what they did, how they did, and what was the impact of it. When you give recommendation, you should always focus on what could be done, how it could be done, and what was the impact of it. So maybe next time you can try to follow this structure in your commendation and recommendation. And overall great feedback, Amit, and very relevant with speaker's speech. Great work. And now I would like to move to our last evaluator, Anand Katyani.
Thank you, Neeraj. Please confirm if I'm audible and visible.
You are audible and perfectly visible.
Thank you. And congratulations to distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder. Among many forms of humor, self-deprecating humor is considered the best form. And today, many speakers, including Animesh and Srishti, etc., they attempted it, but perhaps it was best exemplified in Rupinder's speech. Case being point, the title itself, Fat and Loving It. In fact, this mini gesture that he did, that kept consistently reinforcing the humor on himself. And then there were many anecdotes regarding the same point, keeping the main point being reinforced. So it is safe to say that this speech had a very specific singular purpose about sharing his joy of being fat and loving it. So, Rupinder, despite being a humorous speech marathon, you attempted this as an ISC speech and came out with flying colors. Another thing that truly sets the Rupinder apart from contemporary speakers is his ability to use language. He used a lot of rhetorical devices, alliteration such as guilt-ridden gluttony, debaucherous, degenerate, etc., etc. You must have recalled so many examples over there. And finally, his form of humor, which is again very wordy kind of humor. So he builds up and then twists with a punch. Recall that teddy bear example. He built, then he built a little more and a little more, came closer, and then gave you something which you were not expecting. So this is the kind of humor which works the best, especially in a platform like that, like this, where we are not here physically, and yet you reduce the distance between the speaker and the audience. Kudos. What I would suggest you on this note is to add more depth to it, both in terms of content as well as physical space. Now, a person like you who is fat and loving it can use a lot of visual contrast just by adding more depth to it. For example, when you said, let me take you back. So you did not go back because there was a lack of space from the wall. So you went sideways. So there, a visual, unsymmetry. At the same time, I recall you also said perhaps it is a language or a cultural point. But however, I would want you to be safe on this point. You said that there was an attractive flight steward. Immediately, a male figure popped up in my mind because for female, I use the word stewardess. So be aware there may be cultural differences in terms of gender neutral versus specific words. Now, about adding more depth to the content. This speech had a lot of non-linear anecdotes stringed together. How about you have a linear flow of events where you also show a journey where you are not exactly comfortable with the idea of being fat and loving it. You had a lot of grooves and a lot of discomfort with the idea, but then you came to a realization that you were actually loving it. Perhaps culmination can be that flight steward story, and that can be a nice loop to closing of the loop. In summation, your brand of humor, the self-deprecating one with a lot of grammar and language usages, as well as your ability to make use of the stage as well as the audience connect sets you apart. Please work a little bit on adding more depth and be mindful of the words. Looking forward to hear more speeches from you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Anand. I truly enjoyed your evaluation. It was like a speech that I always keep mentioning, give your evaluation as a speech. And also you mark the tick on all the points that are there in the checklist. So just one small recommendation I have for you. Although it was it was packed with all the points. One thing that I think it can be improved, can make it a winning speech evaluation for any contest. Instead of directly talking to speaker, Rupinder, you should have done this, done that. Uh, talk it like a third person. Like if speaker Rupinder could have done this, then the overall speech on all your recommendation and commendation, that is the only point I feel is missed. But apart from it, you set the benchmark today for the evaluation, and we are definitely going to upload it on the YouTube. Thank you so much. Now, moving on to our tag team, I would like to call our timer and tech master on this stage to share her observations.
So, General Evaluator Neeraj, can we ask audience to vote for the speech evaluator poll?
Okay, Toastmaster Ankit, I can't see the pop-up. Can you all see? Okay, if everybody can see, then it's fine. Please, I request everyone to cast your votes. Meanwhile, we
If
can
you're a
start.
meeting host, you will not see. If you're a meeting host, you will not see the poll.
I'm not host. Megha is the host.
But Neeraj, you're a co-host. You and Iti are co-hosts. So I mean, all three of you won't be able to see. The rest of us will be able to see it. So I mean, that's the case.
Yeah, but it never happened. Like I always have been the host, but I was always able to see the this
Yeah,
box.
probably as a launch. Probably since you were supposed to launch it, so probably that would be the case.
Okay. Okay. Anyways, I think we can take the votes.
We can go ahead. Toastmaster
Okay.
Neeraj.
Okay, Iti, please share your report.
Let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Iti, it's up.
Everybody did a fabulous job. Two of the speakers are disqualified because of maximum crossing the time limit. Shrishti, she took 9 minutes 38 seconds. Rohan, he took 6 minutes 27 seconds. Animesh, he took 9 minutes 44 seconds. Ashok Chaudhary, he took 6 minutes 55 seconds. Aryan Chopra, he took 5 minutes 38 seconds. Rupinder Singh, he took 7 minutes 15 seconds. Now, as we come to evaluators, Rupinder Singh, he took 2 minutes 50 seconds. Ravi Bhardwaj, he took 3 minutes 16 seconds. Ankit Agarwal, he took 3 minutes 10 seconds. Amit Kumar, he took 4 minutes 17 seconds. Hemlata, she took 3 minutes 14 seconds. Anant Katyani, he took 3 minutes 55 seconds. That's all from my side.
Thank you so much, Iti, for stating very precise and clear report. I really don't have any recommendation for you. You have always nailed this role. Thank you so much. Now I want to give my overall evaluation in a very crisp way because we are already over time. Sergeant at Arms started the meeting on a very on right tone with right energy levels and explained meeting etiquettes and guidelines very clearly. So I would say instead of having that passport size face, if you can make good face expressions and put smile on your face, that will add up to your setting the right tone. And then host explained the agenda very clearly, welcomed the guest, transitioning was very smooth, the introduction was customized. Great job there. Only one recommendation: when you were welcoming guests, for few guests, you forget to ask question. You assume that they already know the context, but I saw that some of the guests joined late. So maybe you should always ask question to any new guest. Do not assume that they already know the context. And then tech master, for the tech master, I have just small recommendation. Although you were playing two roles, I shouldn't say it, but spotlighting was delayed for few members. So just take care of it. Or if you are not able to manage, you can ask any of us. It's small role. We all can manage.
No, it's okay. I would love to take the challenge. I did it for the first time. So sorry.
Okay, okay. Then great job, Iti. As a debutant, you really well managed both goals really well. And then, okay. Now as our host have to leave because of some personal commitments, I am taking over the stage. I would like to huge round of applause for everybody. Please clap for yourself and give yourself pat on your back for wonderful speeches. My cheek and my stomach both are paining at this moment after his listening to your speeches, and this is one of the kind. This has never happened in at least in my term. I really enjoyed this meeting and it was magical. Now I would like to announce the results of the polls. Toastmaster Ankit has already shared the results with me. I want to say the winner's name loudly if you have already guessed. The best speech the best speaker award goes to, please turn on your audio and say it loudly.
Rupi.
Yes, that's
Rupinder.
absolutely right. Rupinder, you can say your name as well. There is no restriction. And then best speech evaluator goes to
Rupi.
Evaluator. Okay, evaluator. Yeah, Rupi was also there. Okay.
Anand.
Anand, yeah.
Is evaluator.
Anand.
That's absolutely right, but Anand was disqualified. Now the award goes to second best evaluator, Ravi, and my mentee. I'm so proud of you. Okay, guys, lovely meeting. You all have made it so memorable. And we, for the interest of guests, we upload it on the YouTube. Please go and check live feed if you want to check, especially to Aryan, if you want to check your speech and evaluate yourself. We will also share the link with you. Now with that, we are entering into informal chit chat. Please stay here. We are going to discuss small
Toastmaster
highlights of.
Neeraj,
Yeah.
can we have a quick guest feedback as well?
Yes. Only Aryan is. Okay, Aryan. Aryan, can we have your feedback? Did you enjoy the meeting?
Yeah, it was a great meeting. My first time at TPTM. I'm from Bright Beginning. I'm not familiar with the this format of having only speeches. It's pretty good. I think it's a nice change. But I think overall it was a great meeting. It was interesting listening to all the speeches, especially because they were humorous as well. It was a nice challenge.
Yeah, Toastmaster Aryan, this is not our normal format. This is something that we always plan to have humorous meeting in the future, and this is like one of the many special meetings that we conducted today. But in next Thursday, you will see a normal format. Please do join us and experience that as well. And now I would like to go to our next guest, Pramod, to get his feedback. Did you enjoy this meeting and how was your experience?
I have enjoyed a lot. Actually, my recommendation to give a guest also one task to for the next session. It will be enhance something. We are having some what? Just
Yeah, so Pramod, I totally agree with you. We do have
Yeah.
table topic session because this was not our normal format, so we couldn't follow this. But in next meeting, you will see that we ask table topics from our guest. So we do have that, and also TMOD often try to ask different engaging questions from the guest. So you will see that in our next meeting. Please do join.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Now our guest, Ayushi Rai, please share your insights, feedback, and if we can improve anything.
I really liked the meeting. The speeches were humorous, so much to take back, and each of the speaker had their own evaluations as well. You all managed it out very smoothly. The meeting went very smoothly, and the speeches and evaluations were excellent. So I thoroughly enjoyed the meeting.
Thank you so much, Ayushi, for your valuable feedback. And just for the interest of guest, I want to mention, please reach out to our Vice President of Membership, Ankit Agarwal, if you have any question. And we do have one guest group where if you want to attend our further next meetings or any activity that we do in our club, we post it there. If you want to be part of that club, please reach out either to Ankit or me. Thank you so much. I don't know, now one guest is joining. But I will have to end this meeting because we are already over time. I don't want to take much time and we can enter into informal chit chat and get to know each other. Ankit, can you stop the live stream?